What's up? This man Hoffa. It's my man called Payne. I need y'all to click the link below and go vote for my guy. He's up for the
Best Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Television Movie, Limited Series, or Dramatic Special. Ah!
Go vote!
Yes!
Click the link.
Click the link!
Motherfucker.
Ooh, let's get it.
When you up and you winning, shit is awesome. Never felt real pain till a nigga lost one. If somebody take from you, what it's gonna cost them? Tired of niggas acting like they really put in work. Hit a boss come, be yourself. It'll do you better in the long run than see yourself staring down the barrel of a long gun. Some rappers never had no street cred, so they bought some. Try to cut the streets off, it turned into extortion. Everybody snitching, niggas bidding like an auction. Life is short till you hear it sentenced when the court done. He was moving faster than a bullet, then he caught one.
We get to the hot tub, all I could think was, ooh, where she come, where she go, And then there's this couple that gets into the water. This couple gets in, and then they sitting there as old, looks like an Italian guy, right? I'm being stereotyped, but yeah, hair, chains, sitting there, big titty chick. After about 15 minutes, white boy go, hustler, January.
Oh.
And she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they having this whole conversation, right? About how he's like, dude, you know how many times I jacked off to you? I fucking jacked off to you so many times. I'm like sitting there in the hot tub. She looking at me, I'm looking at her. Everybody look, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on, right? So she gets uncomfortable. So she like, let's jump in the pool. I'm like, all right, yeah, let's move over here, right? So we continue to have our, little talk, and we talking over here, look back, everybody gone. Didn't even realize what happened to him, right? Later that night, I get back to the apartment. My two roommates get back. They're like, yo, you missed it, dude. Bro. Oh, you have no idea what happened, bro. I'm like, what happened? Tell me what happened. Dude, we were doing her together, and her husband was watching, and he was cheering us on. And I'm like this. Word? What happened then? I'm like, what the fuck happened then? Tell me what happened then. Right. And they was like, how was your night? And I was like, it was cool. It was good. It wasn't like your night, but it was good, But back to what I say, everything's supposed to happen for a reason.
Right.
Even though that shit was wild to me, I had just been out there for 2 weeks. I'm like, this is California? This shit wild. But wow. Who knows what kind of person I would have been, an animal I'd have been if I had done that. Not to say that there was anything wrong with that, but again, certain things only heighten, what you are.
Somebody missed your wife.
That's the point I'm making. Right. Everything happens for
a reason.
Yeah.
Okay. So at this point, you're over the Cosby thing.
Yeah.
Just signed this situation with a pilot. Russell Simmons is behind it. What happens next?
A period of time where it's like, now you're in a new spot. You're in a new, you're in a whole new world. You got to navigate that. But I think everything I went through here prepared me to be able to move easily out there and to adapt really quick. So it was a bunch of auditions. I started working right away, doing stuff, 30-something, show called 30-something, Quantum Leap, all these different little shows like that was happening back then. And then
you did Quantum Leap?
Mm-hmm.
Say word.
Yeah, episode called The Single Drop of Rain. Yeah.
Were you the person that he?
The main person that I wasn't the person that he morphed into, but I was his. We were like, back in the day. Remember when he used to go to town selling snake oil?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We were two hustlers.
Huh.
Wow. Yeah. So
Quantum Leap was my shit back then.
Yeah. So it went through a time period of that, and then I started doing plays. That was when Shelley Garrett first came out, and there was a cat out of Detroit called Mike Matthews, and he, that's when I started doing plays, because that was my first love anyway. Growing up in New York, theater was all I knew. That's how we was trained. Shakespeare, we was So all I ever wanted to do was Broadway. Never thought I would ever be on TV or doing anything. I just wanted to be on Broadway, which is next on my list.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, next on my list, right? So I remember meeting Martin, and then he had a screening of his special. He had just did a comedy special with HBO, and it was on Paramount's lot. Mm-hmm. And I remember meeting him, you know, briefly, like, you know, at the screening. Then I get a call from my agent, like, yo, they're having auditions for this this new comedy show. I was like, okay, what's it called? And it's called Martin. I was like, just one word, like just Martin. She's like, yeah. I was like, okay. They were like, yeah, some comedian named Martin Lawrence. I was like, oh, Dragon Breath from House Party.
Right.
Yeah, right. Because
Right.
that's what I remembered. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was like, all right, cool. And then I did it, and went through that same process. You know.
Tournament style.
Uh-huh.
Who did you originally? You auditioned for Cole?
Mm-mm.
No.
Tommy. The names were different. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, the character's name was Tommy, but the character was the same.
Right.
Okay.
If that makes sense, right?
Right.
And so once it happened, then Tommy got Tommy, and I got Cole. But I never forget when it happened, because I went back out on the road, and then my agent called me and was like, they need you back in California. I was like, why? And I had a cold moment. She goes, because they having lunch with the cast. I was like, so why are you telling me?
Because you're in the cast, dummy.
But you see now how I can bring things to it, right? Like I put stuff in it because I'm like, I've had those moments.
Why are you telling me? You know what? There's a car for you. Yeah. Downstairs.
That's dope.
You get horny?
I have a sort of a side question.
Yeah.
What's it like being like black?
Amazing?
Who?
Amazing. I'm sorry. What was you saying? What's it like being?
I can answer that. What's it like being pardon this if it comes across wild, but like black famous in white Hollywood? Like you keep talking to us about meeting these people going cross country in the car, and they don't know that they're next to Cockroach.
No, they knew. Mm. They knew.
Mm. Isn't that kind of, were they famous at all?
No.
Or just you?
Yeah.
But they knew you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wouldn't that make some of these auditions easier for you to have this iconic role in this huge show? To be able to...
Not necessarily, no, because it doesn't, no.
It's all around. Look around you, man. You can find inspiration. You can find discouragement. It all depends on you. Perception is everything. Some people just hear another song. Some people hear the greatest. A nigga used to have no chill. Nowadays I bump side A. Traffic going bumper to bumper, stuck on the highway.